I may be the crankiest that I have ever been in my entire life today, and I've done all my trieds and trues to try to mitigate it. I have read, I have had some alone time, I have exercised, I'm having another cup of coffee to see if caffeine is the problem, and I don't know if talking about my August TBR is going to make me feel better, but it's definitely not going to make me feel worse. So here we are. Let's talk about the books that I'm going to maybe read in August. We'll see. I'm using a ring light for the very first time. My library had one in its library of things to borrow, and I'm questioning why I haven't invested in one beforehand, but I definitely think I have to buy my own once I give it back. It's so nice not to have to jerry rig lighting, but that's not why you're here. But I want to share, if you haven't checked to see if your library has a library of things, look into it, because I've borrowed some really cool things from my library. I've borrowed this. I've borrowed a Ninja Creamy, which is very cool. I borrowed a milk frother for making coffee, and it's great. It's great. I absolutely love it. Libraries are amazing, and if your library has a library of things, take advantage of it because it's super cool. I don't think I'm in a TBR mood for August. I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm in a mood reading mood, which when am I not? But I am for sure not in a TBR mood. So this is less gonna be a TBR and more gonna be a, yeah, maybe I'll read that in August. I want to read it in August. Part of it is there's so many things I want to read right now, and I want to read them all simultaneously. And so narrowing it down and picking a select few for a dedicated TBR, it just doesn't sound appealing. So this is really just going to be a maybe pile, a pile of possibilities, if you will. It's going to be a lot of, I want to read a first book in a series so that I can make progress. It's going to be a lot of library loans because I placed a hold on what feels like 50 library books last week, and they're all on their way to my home library at the moment, which isn't overwhelming at all. It'll be fine, but I'm so excited about all of them. And it's just, I'm so excited. So excited about all these things, and I don't know how I'm going to read all of them. But I'm also not going to go over any of the reading challenges that I'm doing. I'm not going to do Buzzword. I'm not going to go over Bitty Pages. I'm not going to go over whatever the heck I do. I'm not worrying about those this month. If I read something that slots in, great. If I don't, that's okay. I will make it up in a following month. With two exceptions. I am going to be continuing on with my year of Butler and Gaskell. August is going to be an Elizabeth Gaskell month, and I'm gonna not read Wives and Daughters like I said I would, because the mood is not a 700-page classic. But I really want to read The Life of Charlotte Bronte by Elizabeth Gaskell. This is a biography that she wrote for her bestie, Charlotte. She was asked to write this by Charlotte's father after Charlotte died, and Charlotte Bronte and Elizabeth Gaskell were besties. And that's really how I kind of discovered Elizabeth Gaskell in the first place, is that I had already read Charlotte Bronte, and I knew that Charlotte Bronte had this buddy named Elizabeth Gaskell, and that's what was like my entry point into Gaskell's writing. And I want to read this. I want to see what she had to say about her friend, because I also think like her biography for Bronte is a little contentious. I think she played a little fast and loose with facts, and I don't know a whole lot about Charlotte Bronte, so I'm not going to be able to point out like where the errors are, or where the, maybe not lies, but elaborations, if you will. I don't know what those are going to be, but I do want to read this before this year is over. And I already have my October Gaskell book picked out. I've had it picked out for forever. And then December, I guess, is when I'll have to read Wives and Daughters, because I've put it off for too long. So yeah, this is the month to read The Life of Charlotte Bronte. I am going to read it at all, and I do want to. The other obligation we're going to talk about is the book for the SFF book club that I lurk in, and this month we were reading Metal from Heaven by August Clark, which I've had since it came out. I pre-ordered it. I love August Clark. I've read all of his books, their books, I forget. They, both. I really love his YA series, and this is his adult debut. I know it's feral, queer, I think it's a burn the world down kind of book. I'm here for all of that. My favorite thing about his writing is how feral his characters are, so I am really looking forward to this, and I'm really happy my book club picked something that was already on my TBR. I am rolling over one book from July, which this might not be a surprise if you saw my July TBR. I feel like obviously I didn't get this done in this month, but I am rolling over A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. I have started it. In my defense, I have read a whole 50 pages of this sucker. I'm just kind of reading when I feel like it, which arguably hasn't been a lot. I did get the ebook from my library because this chunker is not comfortable to hold and read at the same time. I might get the audiobook when I get my next Libro FM credit in August, because I think I read Priory with the audio and that was a pretty good experience, so I might do that. It's fine so far. I am also not against DNFing this if it really does not jive with the mood I'm in right now, which could very well be the case. There's just right now there's so many characters and I'm really struggling with books that have a lot of characters. My poor broken brain just cannot keep up. Books with lots of characters. Let's talk next about the 3 books that I want to read, well, that I want to reread so that I can continue on in the series that they're a part of. I'm also debating doing dedicated spoiler-filled reading vlogs for each of these books, because I have found, because it takes so long for next books to come out, which is fine. I don't want authors to start publishing more than once a year because I feel like we're already kind of struggling with quality in traditional publishing, and I don't want authors to feel the pressure to ramp up and have the quality go down even more. But having to wait a year or more with how many series that I am reading and then how long I go in between picking up the next book in the series, I'm trying to not have to reread every time, but it's hard to find spoiler-filled content on the internet about certain things, books especially. So I figured if I am needing this, that maybe somebody else is, and maybe that's just a sign that I need to provide the service that I'm looking for, if that makes sense. So let me know if you are also wanting to continue on in one of these series and would find a spoiler-filled reading vlog for the first book helpful in order to continue without having to spend 6 to 8 hours of your own life rereading these books. I'm recovering from being sick again this summer, so I still have a little bit of like congestion brain fog, so if that sentence didn't make any sense, it's my cold's fault, it's not my fault. Okay, without any further ado, the books in question are The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke. Also, these were all 5 stars, so like prospect of rereading these is so exciting because it means I will love it, but also terrifying because what if it's not a 5-star anymore? Guys, book 3 comes out this month in this series, and I haven't read after book 1. I didn't read book 2, and I really want to catch up. I want to be able to read book 3 when it comes out at the end of the month. I love C.L. Clarke's writing. I think it's amazing. I loved this book so much, and I'm really excited to reread it. Book 2 on this list is The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. This trilogy is complete, so I could get the whole thing read in August, because also my plan is to hopefully just roll into the next book of all of these series until I'm done. That's so ambitious. I don't read that way anymore, but I would like to. That would be cool. And then the last one is The Foxglove King by Hannah Whitten, and I believe the last book just came out in this series. And I really loved For the Wolf. I didn't love the second one as much, but For the Wolf, oh, my heart. I love that. I love that romance. Love that main character so much. And I really liked this one. This is a new series. Well, her current series. And then I just got the audio of this from my library today, which is what I've been waiting for, but I want to finish the Kindred's Curse Saga by Penn Cole. So I just have Heat of the Everflame left, and I'm so excited, and it's very chunky. The audiobook's like 35 hours, which kind of scares me, but I've really enjoyed the first 2 books. They were both 4 stars. I really love this like fae world. I love this romance. It is at times predictable, but I'm having such a fun time that I don't care. It's such a good time. All right, next we're gonna rapid fire go through all the books that I placed on hold at the library because I just went on a rampage the other night. I could not be contained. I could not be stopped. No one was the boss of me or my library card, and now I have like 10 things on the way. It's fine. So starting off, I don't know what any of these are about. Don't ask me. Don't ask me to tell you synopses. I have no idea. I'm just going to tell you what they are. And we're going to look at the pretty covers. And we're going to be really excited that my new favorite book could be in this list of titles. I'm pretty sure they're almost all of them are gay though. First we have The Gentleman and His Vowsmith by Rebecca Ide. Direct Descendant by Tanya Huff. I think this is cozy horror. Lady Eve's Last Con by Rebecca Raymau. Y'all, my memory card just said I was full, so I gotta talk faster. Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead by Emily Austen, and Road to Ruin by Hannah Lee. Super excited about all of those. Who knows what else I'll get from the library. This is really gonna be a flying by the seat of my pants kind of reading month. But, I am going to still draw 2 books from the TBR jar. We'll see how that goes. No promises. If I don't read them at the end of the month, I'm going to put them back in and try again. Oh, it's another series! That's actually pretty awesome. I really wanted to do another episode of a book series bingo, so this works out perfectly. Faithbreaker by Hannah Kaner. This is the 3rd and final installment in the Fallen Gods series. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. And I absolutely love Godkiller. Godkiller is 5 stars. I think I gave Sunbringer 4 stars, and I'm really excited / terrified to see how she wraps up this trilogy. But this has one of my favorite prickly, emotionally guarded female main characters. She's amazing. All right, and then the second book, please be nice. Oh, I don't know if this is nice. The other book is When the Moon Hits Your Eye by John Scalzi. I really like John Scalzi. I haven't read any of his backlist, but I've read Kaiju Preservation Society and Starter Villain, and I really liked both of them. And this is about scientists discovering that the moon is suddenly actually made of cheese. Sure, fine, cool. That could be a good time. I'm putting the slips in them so that if I don't get to them, they'll just go back in the TBR jar, because I don't want my TBR jar to suffer because my mood was funky in August. So yeah, that is it, friends. This is this lofty pile of possibilities. Good luck to me and my reading in this month. I hope it is magical. Wish me luck. I would like to know what is on your TBR for August. If we're going to read in the same books, again, let me know about those spoiler-filled dedicated reading vlogs for book 1 in those fantasy series. And if you want to leave an emoji to let me know you're here, leave me a moon emoji, and like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Bye.